Now we're going to focus on ReadWorks alignments. We offer many ways to easily integrate ReadWorks products into your instruction. And we even have some new alignment offerings that I'm very excited to tell you about. So you can add more reading by core curriculum, by topic, by decoding, by vocabulary, and by book. We've partnered with various curricula such as EL Education, Fish Tank, Amplify CKLA, to make sure that you can add opportunities for building background knowledge and reading stamina. So let's jump in. First, we'll talk about Amplify CKLA. We offer the National Edition and the Florida Edition for grades K to 5. They're aligned, the passages in the Amplify CKLA alignment are aligned to the CKLA curriculum to extend students' learning within specific knowledge domains. And the Florida edition is aligned to the Florida ELA best standards. And this alignment includes vocabulary supports and question sets. Now, I want to point out something else that's very important. As I tell you about the alignments, I'll show you the grade bands like K through such and such. For kindergarten and first grade passages, these are going to be written at listening level. They're written for listening level comprehension, meaning that these passages, if you teach first grade, if you teach kindergarten, or you have students reading on a kindergarten or first grade level, you're going to want to read these passages to them. Or if you assign these passages in the digital classroom, you're going to want to include audio. They should be listening to it. We also provide a read aloud protocol that can help you deepen their knowledge in their comprehension, their language comprehension, their vocabulary, and their background knowledge. I'm going to put that link in the chat. This is just a quick one-pager that's going to help you if you have kindergarten and first grade level readers, just so you know a little bit more about the read aloud protocol. That link is also available by clicking on the green button on the bottom, labeled resources, but just wanted to share that with you. All right, let's continue. Next up, we have EL education for grades K to 8. And again, this applies, right? Kindergarten and first grade passages going to be written at listening level. So students should be listening to them. These are intended to build background knowledge. The passages are grouped by grade and module, and they're going to include vocabulary supports and question sets. We also have fish tank learning, and this is a very expansive alignment for grades K to 12. I know someone mentioned teaching high school in the chat. So if you have fish tank, this is a really great opportunity for you to supplement that curriculum. Again, intended to build background knowledge. These passages are going to be grouped by fish tank unit and grade level. And they also include vocabulary supports and question sets. We also offer the Wit and Wisdom alignment for grades K to 8. Intended to build background knowledge. Again, these are grouped by grade and module. And again, these include vocabulary supports and question sets. Just another reminder for kindergarten and first, those passages are written at listening level for your early readers. We also offer the Next Generation Science Standards, or NGSS connections, for grades K to 8. So if you teach science, or if you are a gen ed teacher and you have to come up with materials to teach your science lessons, maybe you have an existing curriculum, or you want to find some additional resources, or maybe you're already following NGSS standards, this is another great resource for you. These passages are grouped by the disciplinary core ideas, the DCIs. Students are able to gather evidence from the text to support their claims. It's a really great opportunity for students to practice inquiry and important literacy skills at the same time. And they include vocabulary supports and question sets. And then finally, I'm going to tell you about our whole phonics alignment. If you are an early elementary teacher, you may already be familiar, but we have a partnership with Whole Phonics. And on the screen, you see a screenshot of that page, which includes a really helpful video. And so the Whole Phonics alignment offers free access to 5 level 1 Whole Phonics decodable texts. You can access them on the site. They are going to help you build background knowledge because each of these decodable texts are paired with a set of ReadWorks nonfiction passages. And they offer opportunities to build vocabulary and listening comprehension. When I say build vocabulary, what's really interesting is that early readers can learn that even simple decodable words like fan or bat can have multiple meanings. A ReadWorks user who teaches 4th grade recently shared with us how she uses the Amplify CKLA alignment. And I thought it'd be a really great way to just capture practical ways that you could supplement your curriculum with these alignments. So if you want to get your students to read more, if you're looking to increase student engagement, if you want to build knowledge, you can assign the alignment passages as homework. You can even use them in small group activities, whether it's printed out or on the computer. You can create literacy centers such as partner reading, even having students complete the question sets together, right? They can read out loud to one another, whisper read, and take turns. Or they can work independently in a literacy center. So there's a lot of flexibility for how you can use our alignments in supplementing your curriculum. I also just want to give another reminder that you can access a copy of these slides by clicking on the green resources button. So there's a lot of information on the slides, and I definitely want you to have access to this. On the next screen, there's a lot going on. The next slides, I'm just warning you now, you don't have to memorize this. You can access a copy of the slides by clicking on the resources button. So I also just wanted to include a sample pacing guide for you with an example from EL Education. We've partnered with Amplify CKLA and EL Education in order to offer a robust alignment for these curricula. Our NGSS alignment also has many passages that you can supplement your science curriculum with. But on the screen, we see an example of a pacing guide for 6th grade EL education. Module 1 focuses on Greek mythology, and we offer 11 passages that you can supplement that module with. You'll see some of the guiding questions and big ideas. There's a direct connection to the passages that have been hand selected for this alignment. And there's even just a quick example for the first 3 lessons. You could include these 3 ReadWorks passages just to give your students an extra opportunity to read more, to build background knowledge, and just in general, just to get them reading more. So I want to remind you again that you can access these slides by clicking on the green resources button. All right, so now I'm going to show you how to locate the alignments on the website, as well as how to assign them and print them out. I'm going to be looking over on my, away from the camera because I am looking at another screen. If you don't already have a ReadWorks account, you can sign up for one by clicking on that green, that blue button. It takes less than a minute. Okay. So once you're here at the home page, there's going to be a couple different ways you can locate the alignments. So on the top right, you're going to see teacher guide and alignments. You can click on alignments right here, and that is going to take you to the alignments that I just walked you through. You can select which alignment what you're looking for. The other way you can locate alignments is by visiting the teacher guide. And we have a section called Using Our Content Effectively. And there's a button here that will also take you to the alignments page. Now, once you're here, let's say you are looking to assign maybe you're using Amplify CKLA. You can click here, and it's going to take you directly to the page for that specific alignment. It's just taking a moment. And like I mentioned before, these are grouped by grade level and by domain. So let's say you teach third grade. You can start with domain 1, classic tales, the wind and the willows. And from here, you can select the connected passages. And if you're already familiar with ReadWorks, you can assign by clicking on the assign button. You can include audio. This is a really great way to differentiate for your ELL students, for below grade level readers. Include the vocabulary activity and comprehension questions. You can go ahead and assign that way. If you prefer to print, you can click on the print button and select the options. Like I said before, these alignments include vocabulary supports and text-dependent question sets. So you can select those as well. And when you click on print, it's going to generate a PDF for you that you can print out. The vocabulary activities included. And these are the questions in the question set. Going back to the alignment page, I just want to point out you can also just select, let's say use EL education. It's a similar process. You find the grade level, the module that you need, and you can assign and print from there. I'm going to go back. Oh, before I go back to my slides, there's something else I'd like to point out. Perhaps you are using an ELA curriculum that we don't have an alignment for just yet. Something else that you can do to find relevant passages to supplement your curriculum with, especially if you're looking to build background knowledge, if you head over to the content page, I would recommend making use of the filter options. On the left side of that page, we have the filter. So let's say, for example, you are looking for knowledge building passages for grade 4. You can select your genre, nonfiction. Maybe you want to look through, article a day sets or reading passages. Maybe you're not specific, but you can go into the search bar and you can type out any key vocabulary word that's related to that, or type in the topic that you're looking to, supplement your curriculum with. So even if you are teaching a curriculum that's not listed in this presentation, I do want you to know that you can really just make use of our search bar and our various filter options to still find what you need. We have thousands of passages in our library, and so you are basically guaranteed to find to find what you need that way. And that brings me to the end of our presentation. I'm going to make sure that I answer any questions. Okay. This is a really great question. Any plans to align ReadWorks to HMH into reading and Arriba? So not right now. We don't have plans at the moment, but something that I can share is that I work really closely with a district in New York City that is using HMH into reading and into literature. And I recently presented to them because they were looking for ways to supplement that curriculum. And what I would suggest to you is what I showed you on the content page, really making use of the filter options and the search bar to locate passages that are connected to upcoming units in HMH into reading or into literature. So that is a possibility. And that goes for anyone who is teaching an ELA curriculum that I haven't named today. You can still supplement it. You just have to be a little bit more creative with using the search bar. But thank you for that question. Any plans to add text options for wit and wisdom? Right now at this moment, I can't say that we do, but that can change. Later on down the line, we could, offer that. But right now, we are specifically partnered with Amplify CKLA and EL Education. And so when that happens, we get to work with them and they, provide us with resources and, we can make sure that texts are written with alignment to those programs. So for Wit and Wisdom, it's just a little bit limited. We'd like to expand on it, but it's unfortunately not up to us. Okay, here's my email address once again, tamika@readworks.org. And please feel free to email me with any additional questions. Thanks, everyone. Take care.